Good morning, Highlands Presbyterian. So today we're talking about Jesus as the fulfillment of Old Testament prophetic speech. And so the prophets in the Old Testament, they talked about what the future would look like. And a lot of this was hard to hear because they were saying to the people, you're not living as you agreed to live. You're not living according to the commandments of God. And so bad things are going to happen. But they weren't able to stop that. And so those bad things happened. But they also spoke words of hope intermingled. And they said that God is going to send a Messiah. And then Jesus came, claiming to be the Messiah, and he fulfilled those Old Testament prophecies. And he didn't just fulfill ones he could choose to fulfill. Some of them were that way, like Zechariah's prediction about Jesus riding in to Jerusalem on a donkey. But things like where he was born, who his parents would be, what tribe he would be from, things far beyond his control. He fulfilled those prophecies. And the odds of it being a coincidence are infinitesimally small. I don't have enough faith to believe that. And it gives credence to Jesus being who he says he is. And what's interesting is today in our text in John 8 is Jesus is claiming directly to be God. He takes on the divine name. He says, I am. When what that does is it's just as the prophetic speech is linking what God did in the Old Testament with the New Testament, which helps us see how God is still working now. But Jesus is linking back to Moses and says, just as Moses came to free the people from slavery, I have come to free people from a bigger kind, a cosmic slavery, to give them a future with hope. And Jesus says, God fulfilling the prophecies of the Old Testament in him helps us know that God is reliable to fulfill what Jesus says in the New Testament will happen in the future. Because it fits its one narrative, a reliable one. Thanks be to God.